Cody Rhodes' bandaged head after The Rock's merciless attack, rumored last-minute alterations WWE plans to make at WrestleMania 40, finishes of Solo Sikoa vs. Jey Uso, Hall of Famer goes through surgery, a released Matt Riddle opens up about Randy Orton's character behind cameras, a major flaw in The Rock's brutal beatdown on Cody Rhodes on Raw, Cody Rhodes, Triple H, and The Rock responsible for Rhodes' attack on Raw. Let's dive right in. WrestleMania takes over Philadelphia this weekend and the card appears to be full. WWE still has many last-minute alterations to make before Saturday evening. There have been various indications on WWE Raw and SmackDown about potential changes that could be made, and there could be some exciting ideas for the show if all of these are implemented. Before we get into the story, let's take a look at the rumored last-minute alterations WWE plans to make at WrestleMania 40. Number 4. WWE Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat. This Sunday at WrestleMania, Gunther will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn, but the plot has extensively included Chad Gable. The former champion has been teaching Sami Zayn how to overcome the ring general's mind tactics, but so far there has been no success. Fans have pushed for Chad Gable to be added to the bout since he has stated that he needs a rematch with Gunther, and it could be a way for Gunther to lose his title without getting pinned. There is one episode of Raw left before WrestleMania, and the alteration might be made during a broadcast. Number 3. Bayley vs. Io Sky will result in no disqualification. Bayley and Io Sky will square off for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania, and their battle is the most personal on the event. Bayley assaulted Io Sky backstage on SmackDown this week, and now that both ladies have backup, it'll be fascinating to see if the no disqualification gimmick is used in the bout. Damage Control met their match on WWE SmackDown this week, and they will now face Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi at WrestleMania. Because they are on the card, they are all expected to intervene in the Women's Championship match. Number 2. United States Championship Steel Cage Match. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens will defend the United States Championship in a triple threat event at WrestleMania. The build-up to the bout has revolved around Logan Paul's troubles with his competitors, and this week on WWE SmackDown, he was able to flee and drive away from the arena. Nothing prevents Logan Paul from fleeing his bout at WrestleMania, and given the lack of rules in a triple threat match, he might invite his friends to meddle or hand him his brass knuckles again. Putting Paul in a steel cage is a smart technique to prevent interference and keep him from running away. Number 1. The Bloodline is barred from ringside for Night 1. The Bloodline will be a huge part of WrestleMania, with The Rock and Roman Reigns set to headline Night 1 and Roman Reigns set to headline Night 2 alongside Cody Rhodes. Saturday night's bout will define the Bloodline's place in the main event between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Therefore, it would be far more equitable if they were barred from ringside for the tag team main event. Jey Uso should also be barred from participating in the match to ensure that it is a fair 2-on-2 main event with no debate over how it could have ended without interference. Let's also look at finishes of Solo Sikoa vs. Jey Uso on the upcoming episode of SmackDown. On the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown, Jey Uso will face Solo Sikoa in a singles match. The Stanford-based promotion announced this match following the end of the most recent edition of the Blue brand. However, the match is more significant because this episode of SmackDown will also serve as the final show before WrestleMania XL. With WWE's final chance to build fan excitement for the show's shows, let's look at 5 possible finishes for Solo Sikoa vs. Jey Uso on Friday Night SmackDown. Number 5. The Rock may launch an attack on Jey Uso. One of the possible outcomes of this singles match could feature The Rock's surprise appearance. The rationale for this prospective attack could be that the Yeet Master is assisting Cody Rhodes in his war against the Bloodline. So the People's Champion could try to send a bold message to their opponents by attacking main event Jey Uso throughout the match. Solo Sikoa would eventually emerge victorious, breaking his recent losing record at the Stanford-based corporation. Number 4. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins may surprise Solo Sikoa. On the March 22, 2024 episode of WWE SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Jey Uso appeared as Cody Rhodes' backups against the Bloodline. However, this week, Rhodes and Rollins may make surprise cameos to help the Yeet Master secure victory. The most likely scenario is that Seth and Cody distract the Enforcer, allowing Jey to take advantage of the situation and win big. Number 3. Roman Reigns may interrupt the match. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso had a strong rivalry after the latter departed the Bloodline last year, so it is plausible that Roman Reigns will make his presence known by launching an attack on the former right-hand man, resulting in Solo Sikoa's victory. An invasion and violent attack by the tribal chief will also help the Stanford-based corporation position Roman as a viable contender for WrestleMania XL. Number 2. Drew McIntyre may interfere in the contest. Drew McIntyre is slated to face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania XL. So if Rollins arrives to assist Jey Uso, the Scottish Warrior may interfere in the match to attack the Visionary. Given Drew's relationship with the Yeet Master, the former may wreck the party for Jey due to his modest affinity for the Bloodline, as they both share a rival. This might lead to Solo Sikoa winning and building momentum for the Bloodline ahead of WrestleMania XL. Number 1. Jimmy Uso may cost Jey Uso again. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso are poised to settle their feud at WrestleMania XL in a singles bout. With the shows just a few days away, it's easy to believe Jimmy will play a key role in Jey vs Solo Sikoa on SmackDown, as the Bloodline member may cost Jey Uso another match to assist the Enforcer win big. Jimmy has repeatedly interfered in Jey's matches, so the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown might be the most recent addition to that list. Additionally, Jimmy's intervention in the bout will help the Stanford-based organization hype Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania XL. Now let's get into our news, starting with WWE Hall of Famer goes through surgery. According to the latest sources, a WWE Hall of Famer just underwent surgery. The name in question is Jerry Lawler. Lawler is one of the most iconic figures in World Wrestling Entertainment history. The legend began his WWE, then WWF career in 1992 as an announcer on the show Superstars. He made his ring debut at the 1993 Royal Rumble and later feuded with the legendary Bret Hart. The 74-year-old has served a variety of roles in the Stanford-based company and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. According to the most current sources from PW Insider, WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler underwent knee replacement surgery. Jerry Lawler spoke exclusively with Sportskeeda Wrestling's senior editor Bill Apter on his recovery from a stroke. The legend stated that he was in rehab 3 times per week and that he was having difficulty speaking after his stroke. "I had a lot of various things and I'm still in rehab 3 times a week, and the biggest thing that's dragging me back today, as you can probably tell from hearing me speak, is that my voice isn't the same as it was previously. It's slowly returning, although it took a little longer before I could make sense of my speech and language." Lawler also stated that he simply stayed at home and attended to the hospital for rehab sessions during his recuperation. "We wish Jerry Lawler a swift and painless recovery and hope he continues to make appearances for World Wrestling Entertainment." Next up, a released Matt Riddle opens up about Randy Orton's character behind cameras. Former WWE superstar Matt Riddle has spoken about his connection with Randy Orton and how the latter assisted him during his stint with the company. The two stars were members of the tag team BRK Bro. They even held the Raw Tag Team Championship together. After the Viper suffered an injury, the original Bro reverted to singles competition, and their partnership came to an end. When the Apex Predator returned from his injury, Riddle had already left the firm. In a recent interview with TV Insider, Matt Riddle said that Randy Orton was his closest friend in WWE. He went on to say that the latter helped him deal with a lot of personal issues. "I was going through a divorce and other issues while working as much as I did, not being able to see my 3 children from my ex-wife. Many variables influenced the outcome. Additionally, Randy Orton was my best friend while we wrestled and traveled together. He was assisting me in dealing with several of these issues. We talked about him being divorced and everything like that." Riddle added. He continued, "When he was hurt, I felt alone. I still had friends in the locker room, but they didn't have as much life experience as Randy. He opened up to me about a number of topics. Things occur for a purpose. I believe I had a terrific tenure with WWE. I got to work with Randy. BRK Bro was really sick. I had a terrific match with Roman Reigns and competed in Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and Survivor Series. You name it." WWE veteran points out a major flaw in The Rock's brutal beatdown on Cody Rhodes on Raw. Legendary wrestling manager Jim Cornette has pointed out one significant flaw in The Rock's brutal beatdown of Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw this week. During the show's opening portion, the final boss accosted the American Nightmare and threatened to make him bleed. He then left the ring and everyone assumed he had fled the arena. However, he ambushed Cody backstage and brutally abused him in the parking lot. At the conclusion of the night, the Great One delivered on his promise by leaving the latter with a crimson mask. On the newest episode of the Jim Cornette drive-thru, the WWE veteran questioned why no baby faces, referees, or police officials showed up to prevent The Rock from attacking Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre has laid out Seth Rollins, Cody's partner in the greatest tag bout ever, at ringside. What we don't know is why every other baby face in the locker room, every referee, every official with a promotion, or everyone with a monetary interest in the WrestleMania major events believes they will take place as stated. The Chicago Police Department might have sent someone over, but no one tried to help because this is a long process, Cornette said. Cody Rhodes was battling with Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa backstage before The Rock arrived. Following that, the two brothers disappeared. Jim Cornette wondered what happened to the enforcer of the bloodline, as he was never seen again for the rest of the piece. They turned Solo into a monster. Cody, I'm not sure what he did to Solo, but he smacked him pretty hard at the back door, and we never saw him again. 5 minutes later, he'd been struck by a truck. I understand they don't want to draw attention and focus away from their primary point, but having that on the periphery at the back door, with a large skirmish going on and people wanting to get through, but a little assistance with that would have gone a long way. But else, excellent work, Cornette added. Roman Reigns and The Rock are expected to appear on Raw next week. Cody Rhodes will be present as well, so it will be fascinating to see what happens throughout the show. Do you agree with Jim Cornette's perspective? Share your thoughts in the comments. Cody Rhodes, Triple H, and The Rock responsible for Cody Rhodes' attack on Raw. The Rock's recent metamorphosis into a heel persona has added an exciting new energy to WWE programming, combining his renowned Hollywood appeal with the edgy attitude of his late 1990s character. His recent debut on Raw sent shockwaves around the wrestling world, especially his unexpected showdown with Cody Rhodes. Now the essential stars in this thrilling episode have been revealed. In an unexpected turn of events, The Rock engaged in a heated debate with Rhodes without even using a microphone, laying the groundwork for a spectacular confrontation. As the night progressed, Rhodes became entangled in an altercation with Jey Uso, while Solo Sikoa attempted to intervene. However, things rose to a boiling point when The Rock interfered, launching a violent assault on Rhodes. The drama of the sequence was heightened by Cody Rhodes' legitimate bust, which resulted in a gory spectacle as The Rock resumed his unrelenting attack on the American Nightmare. Ringside News took the initiative to contact a senior member of the WWE creative staff to find out who was behind The Rock's attack on Cody Rhodes. According to their findings, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and Triple H all helped shape the final part. The Rock's sudden violence toward Cody Rhodes has left fans in complete shock, as the raw intensity of their brawl continues to echo. As their rivalry heats up, anticipation for their final battle at WrestleMania 40 reaches new heights. What were your opinions on The Rock's vicious attack on Cody Rhodes during this week's Monday Night Raw? Please share your opinions in the comments area below. Your feedback is crucial to us. Cody Rhodes' bandaged head after The Rock's merciless attack. WWE superstar Cody Rhodes was spotted with a bandage on his head at tonight's live event. The American Nightmare faced Drew McIntyre in the main event of tonight's WWE House Show live from Manchester, England. In the end, Cody defeated McIntyre just days before WrestleMania XL. During the most recent episode of WWE Raw, The Rock savagely attacked Cody Rhodes outside the arena. By the time the final boss finished with Rhodes, he had been busted open. Cody was seen tonight with a bandage around his head. On the most recent edition of Raw, The Rock showed no mercy in his onslaught on Cody. Many fans lauded the episode as one of the greatest in the Red Brand's history. The two superstars have had a long-running dispute. It all started when Cody reversed his decision and reclaimed his WrestleMania XL slot to face Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. The Rock was enraged, and thus this epic fight began. Since then, the Great One has used social media to trash Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. The Brahma Bull is determined to defeat the two superstars on night one of WrestleMania XL, teaming up with Roman Reigns. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more wrestling content, and we'll see you in the next video.